peaceful Willow Shore had never seen such heavy rain. For 3 days, water poured from dark skies over Woodland Haven. The Swiftstream family watched as the river rose higher and higher. "This isn't ordinary rain," worried William Swiftstream. "The river could flood all of Willow Shore by morning," he announced to his family. "We need to warn everyone, quickly." Young Wade and Wesley Swiftstream raced through the rain, alerting their neighbors. "The river is rising, we need to prepare." In the middle of the night, a terrible sound woke everyone. The roaring of water as the river burst its banks, flooding homes across Willow Shore. Families evacuated their homes, carrying children and precious belongings. The water was already knee-deep and rising fast. William Swiftstream took charge. "Otters and beavers, help those who can't swim. We need to reach higher ground." In Cozy Grove, Manny Hopper was startled awake by distant shouting. Looking outside, he saw water approaching the village. "Everyone up! We have an emergency!" The emergency bell rang through Pine Hills. Families emerged from their homes to see a horrifying sight. Willow Shore almost completely underwater. Leaders from every part of Woodland Haven gathered in Cozy Grove's town square. "We need to act fast," declared Mayor Oliver Nightwiser. "The floodwaters will reach our central village by morning," explained Mayor Nightwiser. "We must build a barrier and help those already affected." Every family volunteered their skills. The Diggers would create drainage trenches, the Foxtails would organize supplies, and the Hoppers would prepare emergency shelters. The Honeypaw family gathered medicines and honey for the injured. "We'll set up a medical tent in the school." Young Buster Honeypaw joined other animals carrying logs. "We'll build a wall to protect the village," he said, hefting a massive trunk. Cyril Bushytail and Skip Hopper helped evacuate younger children to safety. "Climb high, stay dry," they said. Unfortunately, the barrier was barely holding as rain kept falling. "We need more help," shouted Felix Foxtail. Perched on the highest branch of the great oak, the Nightwiser family watched lightning illuminate the dark skies. "There must be something we're missing," murmured Ophelia. Suddenly, young Oscar Nightwiser pointed at his father's old book of Woodland Haven history. "Father, the ancient dam, it's still there." "The old beaver dam upstream. It was built generations ago but abandoned. If we repair it." "If we can repair the ancient dam," Mayor Nightwiser explained to the gathering, "we might redirect enough water to save our homes." A rescue team formed immediately. The Digger family with their digging skills, the Swiftstreams with their swimming abilities, and the Honeypaws with their strength. Led by Boris Digger, the team fought through the storm. "Stay together. The old dam should be just beyond that ridge." Finally, they found it. The ancient dam partially collapsed. "It's worse than I feared," gasped William Swiftstream. Bruno Honeypaw assessed the damage. "We need to reinforce these sections and redirect the overflow through those channels." The Digger family started digging emergency channels. Never had they dug with such determination. The Swiftstreams delivered repair materials. "This log here," shouted Wade. "That branch there." The Honeypaw family lifted a huge trunk to plug the largest breach. "Together now, push," commanded Bruno. Just as the repairs seemed to be working, a sickening crack echoed through the air. A new fracture appeared at the dam's base. Young Bruno Digger spotted the danger first. Without hesitation, he dove into the churning water. Bruno struggled to position a boulder against the crack, but the current was too strong. He started to be swept away. Wade saw Bruno's predicament and instantly jumped in after him. Together, they pushed against the massive stone. On the shore, everyone held their breath, unable to see what was happening there. Seconds stretched like hours as they watched the bubbling surface. Finally, Bruno and Wade returned smiling and gave a triumphant thumbs up. "We did it! The boulder is holding!" Water began flowing through overflow channels, bypassing Woodland Haven, and the flood levels began to recede. Exhausted but triumphant, the rescue team returned to the village. They were greeted with cheers as word spread of their brave success. Sunlight broke through the clouds for the first time in days, illuminating their flooded home. The animals gathered to assess the damage. Some homes were damaged, but most of Woodland Haven had been saved. Immediately, the cleanup began. Beavers repaired damaged homes, rabbits cleared debris, and squirrels restored the damaged gardens. The Digger family began designing a permanent system of drainage channels. Next time the rains come, we'll be prepared. The Swiftstream family organized a shelter for those whose homes were most damaged. "You can stay with us until everything is rebuilt," offered Winnie warmly. Bruno Digger and Wade Swiftstream became the day's heroes. Mayor Nightwiser presented them with special courage medals. I couldn't have done it alone. Wade's swimming made all the difference. The badger and otter shook paws, their different skills having formed a perfect team. Oliver Nightwiser gathered the children to show them a new page in the Woodland Haven history book. "Today, you've written your own chapter in our story," he said proudly. A community dinner was held in the village square. Every family contributed what they could, sharing everything just as they had shared their courage. Bertha Honeypaw smiled tiredly as she gave Bruno Digger an extra slice of honey cake. "For a hero with a hero's appetite." Bella Digger hugged her son tightly. "I was so scared when you jumped in," she whispered, "but also so very proud." Mayor Nightwiser offered a toast. "To Woodland Haven, not just a place, but a community. When the waters rose, so did our courage and friendship." As the moon rose over their recovering home, the animals of Woodland Haven understood a truth deeper than any floodwaters. Together, they could weather any storm that came their way.